hate stupid girls, especially when they think they're pretty.
You're smart and pretty. One pepperoni, one vegetarian, and two everythings.
Aren't you a little old to be a pizza boy?
I'm not a pizza boy. I own the truck.
Pizza is such a quirky film about a girl who to some would be considered weird or an outcast. But to many of us, she's a hero because she is unapologetically herself. She is unique and she is full of exuberance that those around her wish they had. High school can be so hard, and it's even harder on those who are misunderstood. Cara Ethyl will always be a movie character I hold near and dear to my heart. She has taught me to embrace my quirkiness, my uniqueness, my outlandish tendencies. It's okay to break out in song. It's okay to trip the life fantastic. So now I can say, I have the most gracious honor to speak with the actor who brought this vibrant character to life, Kylie Sparks. They have been so kind to speak to me for years now and tell me happy birthday when I mention watching this movie as a birthday tradition. It feels surreal, but this year I will be watching this little gem of a movie with the actual actor. Thank you so much, Kylie. This means more than you will ever know.
Hello, everyone. We are here with a very special guest who happens to play in one of my favorite indie films. It just so happens to be one of my favorite foods as well. It's called pizza. This actor is so graciously spared some of their time to talk and enjoy this little gem of a movie. Along with us, Kylie Sparks.
Hi! That was such a kind intro. Oh my goodness. Like, I was just like, no, thank you so much for having me and happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Carey.
Thank you so much. This is a movie that I hold near and dear to me because I watch it every
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh my god, it's the actual DVD. Oh my goodness.
Yep. I mean, it has like the library crap all over it, but that was the only way that I could get it. So.
Oh, but I love it. I love it.
Thank you. So I wanted to hear about some of like what you told us while we were not live.
Yeah.
Filming.
Yes. So I actually, so fun story. I was 16. It was the summer of 2003. And I was actually at a high school, like a high school summer acting institute at UCLA, where I was doing college courses with like friends and stuff. It was like a summer acting camp and everything. And I was auditioning for this movie called Pizza, and I had been auditioning for a little bit. I had not booked a job yet because I was just starting out. And back in the day, it wasn't like now where you can just film on your phone and email it in. You had to like film on a video camera and send it across the country via FedEx. I think my mom might still have those receipts in like a scrapbook somewhere. And when I wasn't at this like summer camp, I was auditioning for this, and right before I booked it, they said, "Oh, you're gonna do a screen test with Ethan Embry." And of course, I've been watching Ethan since like Empire Records, Can't Hardly Wait. That Thing You Do was one of my favorite movies of all time. Same with Empire Records, and like, you know, he was in so many things. I was like, wait, what? And I did a little screen test with him in Hancock Park in, late July, early August of 2003. And then 3 days later, I got the phone call saying you need to drop everything and fly to New York because you're going to be filming your first movie. And so I was 16. I had to leave that summer camp early. I was supposed to get an A in those courses, but I got a B, but that's fine because they're like, well, if you're leaving to go film a movie, that's fine. So I spent about 5 weeks in Milford, Pennsylvania, filming this movie. The first 2 were rehearsal, and then we spent 3 weeks shooting it. And my mom was with me, and that was a very chaotic summer. That was also during the major blackout remember the blackout of 2003? We were there when everything on the Eastern grid went down. It was wild to be there, but it was just such a magical summer. I look back with such fondness on it. So I'm excited to kind of go back down memory lane. I haven't watched this in so long. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Kylie. So you mentioned Ethan Embry. So before we could jump into the movie, what was it like to get you got to work with him after watching him for so long?
Thank you.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to know.
he was so sweet and kind. He was such a lovely guy. He was very lovely to my mom, and because we obviously, not to spoil too much for everybody, but this movie is him and I. It's the entire movie. It's him and I. And so we got to spend a lot of time, just like getting to know each other. And he was so kind and gracious. And we still talk to this day from time to time. I believe he and his wife now live in Atlanta. But yeah, I mean, I still talk to him from time to time, and he's great. But he was 25 and I was 16, which is funny because he plays 30 and I was playing 17, 38. So we were both young. We were both very young, but he was great. We would have a lot of great conversations. And I mean, when you're in a town with only 1,200 people and one stoplight filming in the surrounding area, you get to learn a lot about people, and he was great.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, because you said that you filmed in Pennsylvania, so
yes. We filmed in 3 different towns at the corner of New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. Milford, Pennsylvania, Matamoros, Pennsylvania, and Port Jervis, New York. And my mom, because they were overnight shoots, my mom, and also even though I could legally work as an adult, there are still some statutes that you do have to respect. So my mom was on set, but she became a big part of the movie, which I can't wait to share some fun facts about that. Will be great.
Yeah, I know one of those trivias, but I'll let
which we will get to. But my mom was also my mom became friends with all the producers. When they would go on snack runs, my mom would be like, "Oh yeah, Kylie's filming. I'll go with y'all." She became just as much part of the production as a producer or somebody behind the scenes. So it was such a special memory for my mom and I. I was telling her that I was doing this today, and she was like, "Oh man, that takes me back. That's big." She's having big memories right now. So you're doing a lot for a lot of people right now.
Yay! I'm glad. Oh, and we have talked about Ethan Embry, but I am curious how it was working with Julie Haggerty.
Yeah.
Because
I love Julie. Julie is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She adopted my mom, but my mom's like, "I'm not that much younger than you." And she's like, "No, you're also if Kylie is my child, you are also part of the family." She is, oh my God.
So
I now realize just how incredible of a thing that is. So many people in this movie I got to work with on my first job that I'm like, how did I get so lucky? And I still talk to several of them to this day. So it's touch base with folks. So Julie she really is the sweetest person you will ever meet. She is exactly how you imagine her to be. She's so wonderful.
She always manages to play awesome moms in movies.
100%.
Yeah, the quirky oddball moms. And she's so good at it too. She's so funny. She's so good at it. So, I mean, honestly, I just keep going, wow, I really did get to work with all these people for your first job. That's very rare.
Jesse McCartney. You had Jesse McCartney.
Jesse McCartney. He was, I'll just say this, teenage boys do act one way, and he was very much that. But he was, I'll just say this, the girls on the movie and I were laughing at the boys a lot in ways that were silly men, silly boys. So, but it's funny because Jesse McCartney and then Michael Roman, who plays Nick, the pizza shift supervisor, they had known each other since they were little boys. They had started working together when they were 4 in New York, doing commercials and stuff. So it was funny that they knew each other, but they actually never share any screen time, but they knew that they had each booked that movie. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, it was the New York here as somebody. So Ethan and I were being flown out from Los Angeles. We were the only two being flown out from Los Angeles. Everybody else was cast out of New York. So that's why you have folks like, Tony Award winner Nikki James, Judah Friedlander from 30 Rock, Miriam Shore, who was in Hedwig and the Angry Inch, Jesse McCartney, everybody that was for the most part, but they were all New York cast.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they just flew Ethan and I out. Then the reason why, actually a little fun bit of trivia, the reason why they cast me out of Los Angeles is that they could not find anybody in New York that they wanted for the role, and they couldn't find anybody who was in the union yet. So I was non-union and from Los Angeles. So what they do is when they were, casting for the role, they have these things called breakdowns. And so it was initially only a New York breakdown, but then they sent it out going, we have 2-star roles. One is going to be an offer only for the male role, but we are looking for an actor who can play this, 17-year-old misfit girl. And I believe they auditioned. I want to say Mark told me that they auditioned like anywhere between 300 and 350 girls for the role. And they picked me. So
They picked right.
Yeah.
They picked right.
I certainly think they picked right. I mean, the movie did in fact change my life. It certainly has made it where, I mean, we filmed it in 2003, and 23 years later, I'm in my home in Los Angeles, still acting, and I'm about to be back on television again, and just living my little life here and just enjoying it. So I mean, really, this movie did change my life. It plucked me out of potentially staying in Oklahoma forever. I'm originally from Oklahoma, but I was bouncing between here and Oklahoma. But it plucked me out of Oklahoma, and I have nothing but gratitude for that. So
that is
awesome. And it's awesome that 23 years later that we have you with us. We're gonna,
and I'm so excited to be here. Like, I'm so jazzed. So thank you so much for having me.
Well,
are we ready to start?
Oh, 100%.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it's like I said, it's just amazing. Her first movie, she worked with so many legends in that movie. So it's
cool.
I agree.
I cannot believe. So
why can't I think of the actor that plays as Shirts from Sasquatch Gang? He's the blonde one that plays as
Joey.
Friend.
Yeah, Joey Kern, I think it's his last name. Is it Joey Kern?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was lovely too.
Him.
He was lovely too. He was very sweet. He actually when we had the premiere in 2006 at the IFC Center, because obviously it did the festival circuit. He came up at the time. My mom and dad and several of my friends were there and everything. He came up to my mom and just was like, I just want to say Kylie was so good in it, and I had such a great time filming this. Like, I've been thinking about this movie since we shot it in 2003, and he was just so great. So oh yeah, no, Airplane. Julie is a hero, so damn funny in Airplane. And what about Bob too? I mean, a legend.
I love What About Bob.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legend.
I love her in What About Bob.
She's awesome in that, yeah.
And Christmas Story, yes.
I forgot she was in that too. Oh my gosh, I forgot she was in that. I need to rewatch the sequel. Mary, yes, Mary Birdsong. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm so excited. Mary was also such a doll and a half. So everybody was so lovely. I really have no complaints about anybody on that movie. Like, yes, Joey Kern. Yes, yes, I forgot he was in Super Troopers. Yes, I need to. I'm due for a rewatch of Super Troopers. So
I'm sorry, but I love him in Sasquatch Gang. I love him.
I don't think I've actually seen that movie. So I need to put that on my list.
Because it's him and Justin Long and Jeremy Sumpter. They're so good.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm adding this. I have a letterbox, so I'll drop that at the end. So I'm gonna add that on my watch list right now.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, Kylie.
If you like Napoleon Dynamite, it's the same that made
Okay, yeah. Okay, I vaguely remember hearing about this movie. Okay, I I've just added it to my letterbox. So
I need to get a letterbox.
I was
I'm
bullied into
behind.
getting one. I was bullied into getting one. And yeah, I have some friends who are like, you watch so many minutes. I vote in the Spirit Awards, which is I joined
Which this movie
Film
got a
Independent.
Spirit Award, by the
It
way.
did. That's why I joined Film
Mhm.
Independent, because it won the Producers Award. And I joined Film Independent, so I vote in the Spirit Awards every year, and I obviously also
One
vote
of
in the SAG
these
Awards.
guys.
Yes,
awesome.
Tim and Howard. We love Howard. My mom was obsessed with Howard. Like, they would go on like snack runs for everybody. Like, Howard was just $1.50. I truly have nothing bad to say about anybody. Like, everybody was just so lovely. It was such a wonderful
You could
time.
tell. You could tell that everybody got along. There was great chemistry everywhere.
And we also had such a very short time period that there was really no time for anybody to like act out or be weird. Like, we had some tough situations, and I'll get into some of those scenes where, like, especially like, it was raining a lot when we were filming that. So when it was about to be ready to be on the film festival circuit, I spent probably about 15 hours in the ADR booth just redoing a lot of the sound because the rain dampened so much of it. And, you know, we were dealing with the elements. You know, it was my first movie, so there were some things. I had a crash course in filmmaking. Like, our cinematographer, and I am blanking on his name right now, but he was just so impressed that, like, I knew nothing about, like, that was literally the first time I was ever on camera. And I mean, I had obviously done like acting classes and stuff. It wasn't like I was just like plucked from, you know, the cornfields in Oklahoma or anything, but I had never been on camera. But by the end of that shoot, I knew exactly to ask, how's my frame looking? Where's my shadow? How's the light hitting? And everybody was like, I am like a sponge when it comes to that kind of stuff. I find it so fascinating. Like, even if I'm not like actively in a scene, I want to watch people and watch them work. So not only I understand how their job is better, but how I can do my job better to make it easier. So I think that was the other thing too, was that I really did get a crash course in how to be a professional actor. And everybody was so great and just so gracious and patient, even when we did have, you know, some issues like weather or, you know, trying to get a scene in time or anything. So
Awesome.
No, that makes a perfect actor, knowing that you actually wanted to learn like behind the stuff, because then you know yourself. You're educated.
Absolutely. And also props to my mom for telling me, being like, no, Kylie, you go watch them. My mom has always been my biggest champion. She's like, no, go watch them. You need to watch them so that way you know. And so when I booked my second job, I immediately knew just how to go, and then, you know, just watching when I wasn't working. So, you know, props to Patty Sparks on that one. Let's go, Patty, for that.
Yes.
My mom is awesome. I know. She's like, I'm not made for camera. She's like, I'm made for radio. I'm not made for camera. But you'll find her in a TikTok live comment section. I swear. My mom is on TikTok more than I am. Like, she loves her TikTok lives. She watches, like, there's a broom making guy in, like, I think it's Uzbekistan that she watches all the time. She watches like folks in Thailand making soap. Like, my mom is on TikTok all the time. My mom is on TikTok all the time. I'm just like, Mom, like, I'll walk into her place and she'll be like, she'll have a TikTok on, and I'm like, I need you to turn it off because, like, we're watching something right now. I love my mom. My mom is the best. My mom is certainly, I get a lot of me from her. So
that's awesome.
That
Are we awesome, ready to watch?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I have it all queued up on my TV. All right.
Are you ready, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to do a countdown to 3, and then when I say press play, we'll press play at the same time.
All right.
3, 2, 1, press play.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
This is gonna be
Oh, the old IFC logo. So fun story. These were shot. This movie was shot on DV100 cameras. This is what Indigent, which is one of the producers, Gary Winnick, R.I.P. Miss you, bud. His idea was making films that were character based for less than $300,000. So we filmed this for $250,000 in 2003 money. Oh
yeah.
man.
So where did you come up? Where did this voice come up with that you're doing right now?
This is the cringiest part of this movie for me. Oh my god. So basically I'm supposed to make my mom think that other people are at this birthday party.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
we're trying to work on that. And I was like, I don't know how this is gonna.
Are those actual photos of you?
Yes, that's me. The little boy is the one that played my brother,
Ethan?
but those are actual. No, that's not Ethan. That's
Oh, it looked like Ethan.
no, that's the kid who played my little brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Aw, that's adorable.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got into Notre Dame, which is so funny because I went to USC and Notre Dame's my arch nemesis. I forgot about that.
Oh.
With your roster.
Oh, your roster. God. Oh my god.
Gosh.
Oh, good old Milford. And that was me. I had a bunch of my friends at like the film festival premiere and then the premiere at IFC Center. And the amount of cheers when my name came on, I was like watching like this.
But what a girl really wants for her 18th birthday.
Oh, here we go.
Hell.
I think I might be like 5 seconds behind because like, oh, I hated those pants. I hated that outfit, by the way. I was like, really?
You didn't like the pink?
I hated that shirt. I mean, I'm also non-binary, so there's a lot of things that when I go back, I'm like, yeah, I did not feel comfortable in that outfit. And I'm like, oh, it was because I'm not a girl. So there's that. That is my natural hair. I am a natural blonde. A lot of people want to ask that because in a lot of other things that I'm in, I have a lot of different hair colors, but that is my natural hair. They actually asked me not to get highlights or anything. They did ask me to whiten my teeth, though. Hi, Ethan. So Ethan is a natural.
So young, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's a natural redhead.
Considering me and Carey just seen him in Scream 7, just to watch him when he was much younger now is very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen what he looks like in Scream 7? For some reason, they have a receding hairline on that poor guy.
On Ethan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably his real hairline. Yeah. My man, I love him, but he has always embraced that he is having a little bit of a receding hairline, so.
He makes it work here.
Oh, yeah, he looks great here. That's also his natural hair color. He's a natural redhead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a natural redhead. Because he's like, I'm going with he's like, I'm just going to be kind of rugged. Which is funny because I'm a socialist. So much of this, watching this is great. That was a great cake, by the way. That cake was actually really good.
It was a chocolate.
It was a chocolate raspberry filling. Yeah, we're having to do commentary because of copyright. It's not on YouTube Movies or anything, unfortunately. So,
yeah.
So, the glasses I'm wearing right now. Oh God.
I love the voices.
They make me laugh. Yeah.
I hate the voice. I knew that. Oh, the hairbrush. Oh.
Mm-hmm. The famous hairbrush.
Oh God, this is cringe.
But that was your mom's way of bonding with you, was with the hairbrush.
Yeah. So we had another song, but because of royalty fees, because of such a low budget, we went with the circus music.
Oh wow.
I like the
Yeah.
music.
I mean, it
It
works.
works.
It makes for the absurdity even better.
So how is this pizza you're eating?
I could not eat pizza for 5 years after this movie.
God.
I was so sick of
You
pizza. I could
probably
not
ate
eat pizza.
so much pizza.
I also now have a gluten allergy. I'm not even joking. So anything
wow.
I eat is like, yeah, I accidentally did have some gluten a couple of days ago, and my hand is still recovering from a rash.
Damn.
Yeah. So pizza changed my life in more ways than one.
Yeah, it did. The look on your face, you're like, I'm disgusted by this person.
It was actually, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm with this man that I've never seen. Are you okay? I think I'm like 3 seconds behind, unfortunately.
He says I provide pizza.
Yes, the Sue. Yes, I'm like 3 seconds behind. I did hit play when it did.
Well, there you go. Davey worked in a pizzeria for 7 years.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't eat it for 5 years after. Like, oh god, that kid.
You're like, apologize.
Oh, I forgot about Martin.
Yeah, you guys have a great brother-sister dynamic.
Yeah. He was an interesting one. He was an interesting kid. He kind of thought a little bit too much of himself, so he kind of did get put in his place a little bit by me. Oh, and so fun fact, the dog was supposed to have a bigger role in the movie, but that was not a trained dog. So the animal trainer didn't realize that dog was not super trained. So we had to cut most of the dog out of the movie.
Aww.
So do you know where Martin is now, though? The young kid?
I actually haven't talked to Mark in a while. Last time I talked to him, it was right before the pandemic. He was here in LA. He might still be. I haven't reached out to him, but he's been writing and stuff from what I've seen. Like, he's sold pilots and stuff. Cool. So, he's still working. He's still writing. I know he's also a teacher. This is one of the parts where we had to really redo the ADR because, as you can see, the sky is like super dark.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Yeah, it's really dark. It had just finished raining.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cow plop.
Cow plop.
It's gonna be a busy night.
His Apple TV. So I'm watching this on Apple TV, so it's a little low on the volume.
I have to get out of here. She's after me with pin the tail on the donkey.
That was actually not the original scripted line, the pin the tail on the donkey. That was an ad lib.
You improv.
This is all ADR. These are all like anything that is not on camera. That is ADR.
Oh, you added
alt
it.
lines.
Okay.
Yeah, those are alt
Okay,
lines. So
got it.
Mark would give me like a bunch of different alt lines, and in editing they would pick it.
I love when you say you have the runs.
I have to say I'm very proud of that moment.
I loved that line.
God help me, will it never end? Just peel out of here, dude. Let's lean on some serious rubber, man.
You're like, okay, let's go.
Wow.
So this part was not actually even shot at the same time. That was shot like 4 days later. That was added in earlier. You can kind of see, like, continuity-wise, that the sky was fully dark. So all of the stuff that you see on the road, I was not there. That's all B-roll stuff. Anything that's in the car, they did film around me. But all of this on the road, I was not there. Mark filmed all that as B-roll.
I think it works.
Oh, it absolutely works. But yeah, they had to go into, I think they went into Port Jervis to film that because there was not enough people to do that. Oh, yeah.
You've been delivering pizza for 13 years.
The thought of being trapped in an office makes my eye twitch.
See that?
It makes
I, for
my
one,
eye
want to enter the
twitch.
workforce like a Sherman tank. And any popular
I love the
dog
Sherman
operator
tank
who
line.
just in my way, fly. You know, you're wasting your intellect on this job.
Now watching this as an actor that I've been doing this for so long, I'm like, oh man, I could have changed a little bit about my delivery there.
See that? It says
It's king, which
I
means
feel like for at that age, it was perfect though.
Oh yeah, I mean it absolutely worked. It absolutely worked. I was 16, so
Even then, you're still doing an awesome job for your first movie, by the way.
I'm sorry, what?
You're still doing an awesome job for your first movie,
Oh,
though.
thank you. I appreciate that. So none of this here was actually filmed out in front of where Matt's house is. None of this. This is all filmed like on a side street.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah. None of this was filmed in the same place. If you don't see like the anything in the back, we were shooting in different like streets because some of the residents were being a little odd. Which is so funny because I am queer. I am queer and a
I
socialist.
love some of it.
I am basically Matt, but non-binary.
I just love the questions and dialogue that you guys have between each other.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, Mark wrote a great script.
Oh, here are the glasses.
So, fun story. The new glasses, the cat eye ones, those were my real glasses. The dorky ones were not mine. Those were prop. Those are my glasses.
Loved that.
Oh wow. Cool.
But
And-
they're not making a debut until midnight.
Nope, they're not.
The Stroke of the Cock's Crow, right?
Yes, the Cox Crow. I
Mhm.
believe I do put them on at some point earlier.
You do.
Yeah. So funny story. The blonde who is making out with Joey, my mom was a big fan of her because she was a soap actor.
Oh,
But she was kind, but like she was kind of like she didn't realize that my mom would be watching a soap opera. So she was like, oh. And she was kind of like a little aloof. And now I'm like, I wonder if she just didn't know that people watched her on stuff because she also just seemed a little kind of out.
please
there a
tell me
little
she
bit.
was not as how do I say this? Not as smart, just like her character.
No, she was fine. She was fine. So this is the big trivia moment. Because of the
I'm gonna let
naked
you say
roommate. Okay, so because of the naked roommate, who was actually played by the first prop master Cosmo. So with the ass shot there, if I am not on camera, that is my mom as my body double. That's my mom. You see the back hair? That's my mom. So they didn't realize, even though I was legally able to work as an adult, that didn't mean that they couldn't, get around like, nudity clauses. And they were freaking out and they were trying to figure out who would be, who could be like, my body double, whatever. And my mom had turned around. Like my mom was talking to
She looked
somebody
like
and
you.
it was Amy in our wardrobe that said, well, there's your body double right there. And my mom was about the same size I was at the time. She was like maybe a size bigger. And they just said, okay, can you wear this and just be in there? So my mom that's the one time my mom is in a movie.
That's awesome.
Is
That's awesome.
yeah. And she was such a good sport about it too. And like, but she was like, I never want to do that again. She's like, this is your thing. I now never want to do that again. So, but yeah,
As
that's
long
my
as
mom.
they didn't have an actual dong in her face.
They had to like do a sock, but like I just remember like because I couldn't even be in the room. I just remember them overhearing going, okay, can you see what color? Because they had to like, do like the nudity sock and everything where it was just, you only see the ass. That was a weird moment. That was such a weird moment. Because my mom was also like, okay. Joey was such a lovely dude. I, in this scene, ate about 4 slices of pizza total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And at the time, I didn't know that you were just going to spit out. Like most actors knew that you would just spit out. I was like, oh, I'll just eat it. I probably gained about 10 pounds during this shoot because I was just eating all the pizza. I also became so sick of pizza after it. That's why I didn't eat it for 5 years. I couldn't even look at it.
Well, I don't blame you. Ate so much of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But nobody told me that I could just spit it out, like have a spit cup until Ethan was doing it. I was like, oh, I could have done that this entire time. Okay.
Well, maybe you liked it at first, but then after a while.
I was just happy to be there. I was just happy to be shooting a movie. Let's just be real. Oh, man.
Okay, well, where's Desiree?
He's funny, but he's just so weird. Because it seems like he's hitting on you.
Oh, he is. That was the whole point. He was, but that's why Matt comes in to like save me in a minute.
Yeah.
Did Matt tell you
It's your birthday.
It's just my birthday.
Birthday?
The spitting out the gum was such a funny moment. I tried so hard not to laugh at that.
It was a great touch.
Yeah, I'm going to be a woman in 10 short hours.
Oh, another cringe part for me.
Birthday.
But the glasses hit so well.
They do.
Hey guys.
You look nice.
Maddie looks like he's going on a date.
The plaid does work for him.
Ready?
Yeah.
But first, you sure? You know,
Oh God, I don't know if I can watch this scene. This was a traumatizing scene. The bathroom scene is so traumatizing.
I can only imagine. Like every time I watch this,
So
I'm like,
it's
how?
we did a closed set, and it was just me, my mom, Mark, our cinematographer, and then I was asked if I wanted to have like another woman on the set because it was all men at that point. And so I asked Amy, our wardrobe person, and I genuinely hated shooting this scene. Like,
I can imagine.
I don't blame
those are my
you.
real shoes, by the way. The shoes that I'm wearing, the socks, those are my real shoes and socks. But yeah,
Oh,
props
man.
and art direction did such a good job on this movie.
Something wrong with that bathroom, I will say.
Yeah, I will say.
I mean, there are two dudes that live there, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And unfortunately, as somebody who went to USC, I have seen many an apartment like that and many a house like that.
Though unfortunately, I've seen some like that too.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Because sometimes people are just. I love shooting this part though. Like it was such a.
Yeah,
it was
the
such
music.
Yeah, this was a great scene that I liked shooting.
Yeah, you're just observing everything.
Yeah. Oh, so you know that giant scar that you see on my eyebrows? Like if there's another, so you see how there's that line right above? Like, so when I was auditioning for this movie at the summer camp that I was at, we were on a field trip, and these are my real glasses we're putting on.
I know, and I love them.
Those were my glasses for so long. I love those glasses. I tripped and fell in a pothole on a field trip to go watch Shakespeare in Topanga Canyon with UCLA because it was at UCLA. I tripped in a pothole and I busted my forehead open. I had to go to the ER and get 4 stitches. And the day that happened was the day that I sent my first tape in for pizza. And we were so terrified that I was gonna that I had just completely fucked up my face and everything. So I went to the ER, got 4 stitches, and then my manager got me in with her plastic surgeon the next day, where they were like really trying to clean it up. So it's faded now. You can't really see it now, but like it's faded now. But yeah, so I did bust my head open for a long time.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even notice that.
I always will notice it. I'll always notice it. But it's really funny. For the longest time, I couldn't book a job unless I fell down. Every job I had booked up until like I would say the pandemic started, I wouldn't book a job or a show or theater or anything unless I like tripped and fell, I slipped, whatever. Because the second job that I did, those are not real cigarettes, by the way. Those are herbals.
Yeah,
Ethan did smoke real cigarettes. Yeah,
I figured, but I was going to ask how was the smoking scene.
Well, I have asthma, so that was never fun.
Oh.
But Ethan did smoke real. Those were reals. They had me smoke herbals because they're like, this is also slightly illegal that we would have a 16-year-old smoke on camera.
Right.
Oh my God, not the Italian part.
So what kind of camera were they using when they filmed Pizza?
So these were shot on DV100 minis. So like the mini, like digital cassettes. When I was mentioning earlier Indigent, Gary Winnick, who was the founder of Indigent, his whole point was he wanted filmmakers to make character-driven films and stories on a low budget, and he had discovered how well these cameras had worked. So Indigent also produced Pieces of April, Tadpole, Chelsea Walls.
Love Pieces of April.
Yeah, Pieces of April is one of my favorites. And so he produced all those, and all of these, as you'll see the graininess on how you're watching it, that is it mimics film, but for a fraction of the cost. And in 2003, that was groundbreaking. So now, obviously, everything shoots on digital, and it's a rarity if something's shot on film. But that's how they got the film aesthetic without the cost of film. So
quality.
So
Great,
fun.
though.
Yeah. So fun story. The girls that Matt are calling in his notebook, those are all crew people.
That's
so
funny.
One is a location manager, and the other one, I believe, was Amy, the wardrobe.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we say this was shot for low budget, we are meaning like crew were part of the movie. Like they did everything bare bones, which I have to say gave me not only such a huge respect for, just indie filmmaking, but when, about a decade later, or less than a decade later, I started dipping into the digital world on a show that I was on for 3 years called Squaresville, I really got to understand how low budget filmmaking was. Really, the only time I've ever gotten to see a real big budget is when I booked television. So I have not I've gotten very close to booking studio movies, but I have not actually worked a studio movie yet. So one day it will happen. The elusive studio movie will happen.
But I always gotta appreciate the people that that do independent and low budget movies and what they can do, and they can make amazing movies on low budgets, especially this one.
They can stretch a dollar, and I mean in inflation terms now, this would be, I'd say this would probably be maybe $500,000 to 750,000, but we shot this for 250,000, and Indigent put in 200,000, and then Howard Gertler and Tim Perel's process put in an extra 50 grand. So and I love shooting that too.
Oh yeah,
I love the
lights. That was added in obviously later, but I love the kind of thing.
You got to push the button though.
I did get to push the button. And also that side-by-side split, those were filmed two different, like that. They filmed Ethan doing that. And then, hi, Michael, my buddy, Michael. He and his wife have a baby now in New York.
That's awesome.
Baby. I think she's like 4 or 5 now. I actually need to get in touch with Michael. I haven't talked to him in so long.
Well, I hope he said sorry to you after this scene, because
we became such close friends. Such close friends. Good. And his mom and my mom became very good friends as well until her passing about 15 years ago. She was lovely.
Aww.
Yeah, his entire family is wonderful. Michael Roman, like he just booked something, I believe, but he works a lot in commercials. He was on Grace and Frankie. Like, he's great. Love Michael.
Love Grace and Frankie.
Yeah. He was great in Grace and Frankie.
And also
it was a reunion for them too, because they're like, because Ethan and Michael were in Grace and Frankie, and they got to work together. And I was like, oh, my boys.
Ethan is
I don't remember the guy who, I don't remember the buddy. I don't remember the buddy's guy, but he was very lovely too. By the way, the pizzeria we shot this has, to this day, in my opinion, the best garlic knots I've ever had in my entire life.
Ooh,
what's it called?
I love garlic knots.
Oh, it was called, was it J&J's Pizzeria? I think it was J&J's Pizzeria. And then Joey's Pizzeria in, oh man, I'm gonna blank on that. I want to say it was called J&J's, but I don't think that's correct. I have a shirt from it somewhere because we bought my mom made sure to like at all the local businesses if they had merch to like buy as like mementos.
Souvenir. Yep.
Oh yeah. So that white house that we just drove by, we were supposed to have a bigger scene there, and the location fell through. So that's why we're like, well, we're just gonna shoot elsewhere. Oh, is this Mary? This is Mary.
We get to watch Matt do his thing.
Mary learned Gaelic just for this, by the way.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Wow.
She learned Gaelic just for this, which was fascinating to me. But yeah, she learned the accent and this for this.
She's great.
She's so good. I love her.
Mr. Pizza.
Is that your tip?
Matt is such a smoozer.
Oh, absolutely. Mary is so good. I love Mary. She was also so nice too. Like, and she was like so complimentary, and like that's the other thing too, is that because so many people knew that this was my first movie project ever, they were so kind in giving me tips and advice and everything, and just nothing but praise for Mary.
What's left of it.
I never got to talk to that guy, but everybody said he was nice. I never got to talk to him, but everybody said he was nice. So,
oh, you didn't even get to talk to him?
He was in and out. A lot of the so because we shot over 15 days, most of these actors were only there for 1 or 2 days. It was a rarity if somebody was there for 3 or more. So like I want to say Michael, who plays Nick, was there for 3 days. Mary was only there for a night. Judah was only there for a night. Julia Kay, who plays one of the mean girls later on in the movie, she was there for 2 days because we had to split up shooting due to location issues. But yeah, most actors were only there for an overnight, and that was about it. And since most of these shots are, we would shoot these. My call time would probably be about 5 p.m. and I'd wrap at 4 a.m. So we were anytime that we would be shooting a lot of day for night as well, or night for day.
The ginger.
I hated shooting the scene. I will be fully honest. This was the worst scene acting wise I shot because I could never get, not that part, but when we're at the door, when we get to the door.
Yeah, break is good.
Yeah. The fighting and chasing was really
painful. What?
I loved this part. It's the next part that I hated shooting. Also, the lore is that my little brother did have a real crush on Matt. Mark wanted the little brother to be, in the closet a little bit. This is the scene. This is the worst scene. In the bathroom scene. Though. Yeah. I just couldn't get, I was so frustrated with the tone of it that I was like, my mom needed to, I can't even watch it. I hated this. But Mary Louise
is it the Aunt Grandma? Is that what it is? The Aunt Grandma?
Well, it was just, I couldn't understand what Mark wanted me to do in this moment. And I couldn't get it. It just wasn't translating to me.
Mom, what are you doing?
Oh my god, I can't even watch this scene. Ugh.
I need some ginger snaps.
But I love Mary Louise Burke. She is, oh my gosh. Is she still alive? I don't know if she's still alive. I actually am gonna look this up right now.
Hi, Cara Ethyl.
She is still alive. Oh,
Oh, that's
good.
awesome. That is
Good.
awesome.
Born in 41. Good for her. She was
And she's
so
still
old.
going.
She was born in 1941. Oh god, I hated this. That like the voices were fine when we were at the house, but this part I just couldn't get. This is not my finest moment in the movie. I could be very I know I'm very critical, but I remember this evening just being like I was so frustrated that I couldn't get what Mark wanted me to do. So I was like, let's just get through it and we will move on from there.
I think you did just fine.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I remember this evening being so frustrating. I also had a friend that was very ill at this time that I had found out shortly after I filmed that scene. And she was in the ICU and I was also very distraught about that. So I think that also kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. Oh, I love this scene though. This was my audition scene. The book scene is my audition scene. This was my audition scene, and this was my test scene with Ethan. I loved this scene.
Well, I would say for the most part, everything I've seen so far, you're doing an awesome job to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But this was my favorite scene. It actually is supposed to go a little bit longer, but we cut it for time.
Oh, for time reasons.
Yeah.
I like this.
But this is one of my favorite scenes.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up? Holla back.
Yeah.
This is the cringe that I'm okay with because I was supposed to be like that.
Okay, this brings out your personality though when you start singing. I love.
I was so embarrassed to do this scene because I have a degree in musical theater. I am actually a very good singer. And I was so embarrassed to do this because I was afraid people were going to think that I was actually a terrible singer. And I have like trophies in my house in Oklahoma of like me winning competitions and my degrees in musical theater.
Well, now you can tell everyone that you're not an bad singer.
Oh yeah, I do musical improv at UCB and stuff, and so like people are like, wait, and like when I go out to karaoke, people are like, wait, you're an actual good singer, and my partner is always so angry at me because I love terrible singing at concerts and everything. Like if I'm having fun and I don't care, I love being an off-key terrible singer. And then, hi Eli, hello, welcome to the stream. But at 16, when I was like doing this, I was so embarrassed. And my mom had to like reassure me that it was going to be okay. But for so long, people did not think that I was a real singer.
No, this is for your character.
It's for my character, but back then,
you had to do that for this.
Yeah, but back then, a lot of like the mentality about that kind of stuff now is so different compared to back then. Like when that came out, a lot of people did not believe I could actually sing, which is why I was so embarrassed about it.
I love this teacher, by the way. He's got some spunk.
Oh yeah, he was great. Richard Easton. He's a very decorated theater actor, like well known, well beloved. The reason why they picked this was that the royalties were very low on this song because it was I think it's free domain because of how old it is. I would have not picked this song for me to do.
Yeah, I feel like tone-wise it would be kind of hard to perfect.
Man, those chicks don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of revenge to do.
I had to practice knocking off the birds so much.
Of 19 or 20 who are suave and reckless and true.
If I could go back in time, I'd probably zhuzh it up a little bit more to be worse. But I was so embarrassed and self-conscious.
I think it's your facial expressions that kind of sell it, though.
Because I was feeling that. That was not acting. That was me going, "What the hell am I doing?"
But it works for it, though.
It does work.
Yeah.
It does work.
Ethan's
It does
expression.
work. It absolutely works. They actually, at the end of this, just had me mouth. They just had me mouth the words at that. I'm not even singing. We zhuzhed this up in ADR. We zhuzhed this up in ADR a little bit.
Matt's just like, I don't know how to.
Yeah.
And the birdie's dead.
The bird.
The bird.
Well, at least Matt was honest. He's like, well, yeah.
You know what?
You
Thank
kinda
God
suck.
Matt was honest. At least Matt was nice. At least Matt was
Yeah.
nice about it. So
What's up, Chris?
Chris says, funny.
sorry. The reason why I'm walking over is that my partner is about to leave. So everybody says hi, Logan. He's
Hello,
waving. He's
Logan.
got-
Hi, Logan.
Logan, actually, fun fact. So my partner and I have been together for 10 years. We actually
Congrats
met
on that.
Thank you. We
That
were
is
friends for
awesome.
3 years. We met on a show. I was on a show called Squaresville. He was working on another show called Lizzie Bennett Diaries at the same time. We became friends and we've been together ever since. When we first started dating, his dad had actually seen Pizza. And so, because they're big Ethan Embry
That's
fans
awesome.
in his family. And so Logan was like, so I'm dating somebody. Her name is Kylie. At the time I was using she, her pronouns. Oh, Judah. I'll talk about Judah in a second. I'm still dear friends with Judah to this day. We talk a lot. He's great.
You're just
He's so cool. But yeah, on one of our first times he was telling his dad that we were dating, he said, yeah, do you remember that movie Pizza? I'm dating Cara Ethyl. And he was like, wait, what? So
That's awesome.
pizza has a lot. Like when I say it's changed my life, it's changed a lot of my life. Like it really did change my life. But no, Judah's like that all the time. Judah is probably doing the least amount of acting in this movie because he is exactly this person in real life. I love him to death. We've done a lot of organizing work together. He's still in New York, but I talk to him a lot. He's great. He's really great. I think he's just doing stand-up now, but he was on 30 Rock, and I think he still, books whatever jobs, but he's great. Adore Judah.
Yeah, he seems like a very chill person.
He is. He very much is. Miriam! I love Miriam. My favorite
Yes, she's
rehearsal
funny.
period. My favorite rehearsals were with Miriam and Ethan. Miriam was so great. And I kind of fangirled a little bit because I am such a huge fan of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And when Mark said, so we got Yitzhak, and I was like, what? And Miriam, we practiced so much. So this is the first time I've ever done stunts. This scene is the first time I had ever done stunts. Bye, honey. I love you. Bye. Sorry, I had to be a little PDA there for the stream.
All good.
No, do what you gotta
He's
do.
a good one, that Logan. Logan's a good one. I love this scene, though. I love shooting this scene.
Is this true? Did it debut at the Seattle International Film Festival?
No, it actually debuted at the Los Angeles International Film Festival. Seattle
wow.
was another one. But no, LA Film Fest was, it's now defunct, but back in 2004, it premiered there because I did the whole PR circuit. I had also just booked a series. I booked a pilot that got picked up on ABC. It's called Complete Savages. And so NBC Universal and LA Film Fest were working with them to do PR on that.
So at the LA Film Festival, how did the audience there take it at the time?
So I got to attend both screenings. They really did love it. They loved it. They enjoyed it. The first audience was more my friends, like my best friends flew out and came, and everybody was trained. The second audience was great too. I also got PR training and during all that, so I was trying to navigate how to do Q&As and stuff. I mean, I was a baby. I was 17. I had never had anything like that. But this was all stunts, like here, where like I had to like learn how to fall in the trash.
Yeah, I love that you played
them having to figure
so
out
that you can get into the
yeah. And the problem
Sorry, I
is
gave it away,
that
but
oh yeah, no. The problem is that they were having a hard time picking me up without hurting my back because I have genetically a very bad back. So my mom had to kind of guide them on how to pick me up with also because I was also a lot heavier at the time. So they had to figure that out.
what did I land on?
I liked this scene a lot too.
Very useful tactic in surviving junior high.
It is a very useful tactic.
Don't move. Don't stand up. Don't open your mouth. Don't make a spectacle. Okay? I'll get the drinks.
Here, please.
No.
Oh, I
Now,
liked
what was
her.
the
I forgot what
actual
her name was, but she was so nice. The woman playing the server was so nice. I loved her.
Looking at yourself in the mirror. So when you're drinking the beer, what are you actually drinking?
That was apple cider.
Oh,
Cider.
okay.
Yeah, that was not real beer. I think Ethan did have real beer, but they were very much like herbal cigarettes, apple cider. So funny story. They wanted me to embellish the incredible whiteness of me saying anything. when I'm saying in different language. Okay, fun story about the Maria, the wallet girl. Those photos. That is Ethan's partner, Sunny Mabry. He met Sunny 3 months prior to us filming, and he was like, I really like this girl, like she's I really get her, whatever. And they've been off and on for since literally 2003. Sunny is a doll. Adore Sunny. He would always call her like in bed, like he would be like pictures of him. He'd be on his phone. He's like, okay, love you, baby, bye. Like he was in love with Sunny. And so Mark asked Sunny to send a photo booth of that.
Is that who
I
he
love
married
shooting
twice?
Yeah. I love shooting all of this. This was really fun. I had never filmed with extras before. There was an extra in here that was trying to say that I was being rude, and I was like, I don't know why you would say that. Like, I was just trying to figure things out going on. But I loved filming.
Yeah.
I loved filming this. So they sprayed me down with water to make me look a lot sweatier. Really cold water.
Okay.
This is towards the end of the shoot. I got really sick. So the last week of shooting, Ethan and I had the worst cold. Oh, what was her name? The girl who plays Letitia, she actually flew out for the LA Film Fest premiere, and she was so sweet. I loved talking with her. She was so great. All of the all the girls on this shoot, all the women and the girls on the shoot were so kind and cool. They were so sweet because I was the youngest by several years. I think the next youngest was Nikki James. she was 19 at the time, and I was 16. Everybody else, and Julia too was also 19. Like, no, Nikki was 21, Julia was 19. So we were all very young. Everybody else was like in their early 20s. So we all kind of bonded with each other, which was really sweet.
And go figure, they were part of the Mean Girl group.
Here's the thing, all of the Mean Girls, I mean, Alexis was she was kind of in and out because she was filming multiple things at the same time, so I didn't really get to hang out with her. I had to also choreograph that too, the pushing of the beer bottle. But I really, all of the girls on this were so kind and incredible. So for a visual perspective, the bra strap being teal, that's not the original bra strap. The bra is actually tan, but they added that for a visual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they wanted the stark contrast because it didn't play on camera. So they got a bra with detachable straps.
So boring. Then I'm moving with these guys.
I really liked this scene. This is, when I look back at this movie, this scene with Ethan and I is one of my favorite moments in this movie.
Well, perhaps you need a new intelligence.
You can hear me sick there. I just realized you can hear me congested there.
Yeah, I feel like this is where you guys actually really, really, really connect.
Yeah, Mark said after this take, he said, that might be the best thing you've ever done. Like so far in this movie. I was like, oh, well, thanks,
I actually
bud.
agree. Everything's been awesome, but this is definitely more. Even
This
more awesome.
That was, I think, my favorite. This was so difficult to do, to try and do take the bra off. We tried to have me do it one-handed, and it just wasn't going. And so wardrobe had to kind of like fashion it where it would be quick. So the most of the music budget was spent on this song, on Getting to Sir with Love. And I want to say Mark got it for $1. Because he knew a buddy in licensing, and that is why. But yeah, the club scenes were really my favorite ones, because you also see you really see that they really are starting to get a chemistry.
You're welcome.
She's putting my business out there, why don't you?
God love Cara Ethyl. Undiagnosed, but we're pretty sure. I love her. She was great. Mark really made such a beautiful character.
I agree.
I agree with you, and you brought that character to life, and
Thank you. I appreciate that, Kyle. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So
think
how
Mark-
I even found this movie to begin with was my sister. My sister
Oh, really?
loves recommending movies to me, and she told me about Pizza, and we ended up watching it together, and I fell in love with it.
Aww. Well, I'm so happy your sister recommended it.
Exactly, and then I ended up finding this little guy, and I watched it
Yay.
every single year.
I love that. Well, I'm so happy to be part of your birthday tradition, both on camera and on stream.
I know,
Yeah,
now
when-
I have this to literally keep it in my
Well,
heart.
it was an honor because Carrie asked me if I wanted to be with her honor with you guys. So I was like,
Aw, well, thanks for
Oh,
joining us.
you're
I'm so
welcome.
excited.
Yes, thank you, Kyle. This has
So what-
already been a blast.
Do you know what Mark did after this movie? What movie did he do? Anything other movies before?
He actually got to revive 54. 54 was the movie he did before this, and he did the director's cut. And oh, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt.
No
This
worries.
is my mom's favorite part. This
I
is
know,
my
I
mom's
love it.
favorite part in this movie.
I love how you're just like spinning around,
Spinning around,
about
holding the
what you would
cigarette.
love.
That was my idea. Like, Mark was like, "Can you do something where you're doing this?" I was like, "Can I turn around?" Because of course I'm also supposed to be a little tipsy because I've had beer.
Right.
The last look on your face.
That's my mom's favorite part of the movie. But yeah, Mark's mostly done writing. Like he sold pilots, and he loves teaching too. So I know he's also a professor and he teaches a lot of stuff. So yes, 54 is so good. The director's cut's even better. I highly recommend, if you've seen 54 and you haven't seen the director's cut, definitely watch the director's cut. Mark's friend wrote this song and then Ethan learned it, but Mark has said that this is one of his favorite moments of Cara Ethyl and Matt, because you see Cara Ethyl fall in love with Matt, like truly fall in love with Matt. And I was like, oh good, I'm glad I could convey that.
I agree. And Ethan sings it very well too.
Oh yeah, that's his guitar, by the way.
Oh wow.
He brought his guitar with him, yeah.
That's probably the moment I fell in love with his character.
I mean, he's great in this. Ethan is so good in this.
Charming. Yeah, he's such a charmer.
He's very much the heartthrob. I'm kind of sad he never really got a chance to do like the true heartthrob kind of like gritty 20-something role, because this was so perfect for him. But he was great. He practiced this. Like, I heard him practice. I was like, this sounds good.
What breaks my heart is that he was talking about how he auditioned for Scream, and Wes Craven told him that he wasn't ready.
Oh, yeah.
But then he ended up playing in They, which was another Wes Craven movie.
Yeah.
And he nailed it. I loved him in that movie.
Oh, the hairball.
Yeah, the hairball.
He was funny. The guy who plays Tyler, he was a fun kid. So Alexis was one of the people who was here for more than one day. She was here for 2 days because we shot in different locations. She is tiny. She is T9C. She is 4'11". So, and I am 5'8". Yeah. But like she is, when I say she is a pocket person, I mean I could literally put her in her pocket. She had to wear like 6-inch heels just so that way we would be in the same frame, because she is so tiny.
I like how you pick up the hairball and just put it on.
Just put it over there.
This is not one of my favorite scenes. When we shot it was fine. I was like, there were some scenes I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be a little embarrassed if you're here, so please don't be here. So I made sure, absolutely, of course. I made sure my mom wasn't here that day because I was a little embarrassed about shooting the scene.
I mean, it is a little awkward because it's them. But
back
explain to me that when you made up the voices in the beginning, you used their names as the friends that were at your birthday party.
Yeah. Yeah, and you now realize that these are all the mean girls.
They're actual, yeah.
And something that Mark has said in interviews about this movie is that he really wanted to flip it on its head, that the mean girls were all brunettes and the nerdy girl was a blonde, because at that time, stereotypically, it was the other way around, which I thought was a really cool idea. I thought that was a really cool idea.
I noticed that.
At Mandy's?
And it's funny because she has obviously a crush on Matt.
Oh yeah, well they hooked up.
Give her
like,
the time of day. Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, like they hook up because she's like trying to jog his memory, and he's like, "Oh right, I slept with a high schooler. Oopsies."
You know, I had a really serious crush on him when I was 8. I still remember staring at his biceps before I even knew what a bicep was. So embarrassing.
And your point is?
I forgot about that line. That was a good line. Mark. That was a really good line.
It was really good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
Bye. Bye.
It's like awkward for everyone in this.
Oh yeah.
Jen just told me Marie's getting married next month to a zillionaire internet geek. Thanks, right?
Because Emily's older sister and Matt dated, and then Emily and Matt also hooked up.
I need some pizza.
Small town.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Some things happen.
Yes. Some things never change.
But I wonder though,
What?
have Matt and Cara Ethyl ever crossed paths before this, or was this literally their
This
very
is the first time. This is literally the first time.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of why it makes this whole entire evening very magical. And in my head, I don't think they ever cross paths again. I think it is just a one-time thing. Because remember, Cara Ethyl's going off to Notre Dame. Because this is very shortly before she goes off to college. So I don't think they ever cross paths again.
I love
No.
I love pizza.
You know that pizza stuff is psychotic.
It's good. It's what do you think?
What genres of film do I gravitate more towards? I love indie. You know, I really love a lot of coming of age stuff. I love a lot of foreign cinema. I love a lot of foreign dramas. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is my favorite film of all time. Past Lives is another favorite of mine. But I love little small movies. These kids are so cool. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. These kids are so cool. They are locals. They were in town because they're actually French nationals. Their parents were expats. And they were in town visiting family. And Mark was like, can we have you kids in this? Just this. They were the sweetest kids on the planet. I had to interrupt on that. Anyway.
No, I love that. I love that tidbit.
I loved those kids. And their parents were so nice. Oh my gosh. My mom was like, when my mom picked me up, I was like, look at these kids. But yeah, I love small indies. I love like dramas where, you know, it's very character driven stuff. Slice of life sort of thing, a lot of foreign. I'm not really a horror person. I will watch some horror. I've worked in horror, and horror is so much fun to shoot. I cannot watch it. When I was
what
watching
did
this
you work
class,
in?
Yeah, what horror
I was on a show.
stuff?
I was on a show called Threads on Go 90 way back,
I
and
heard of that.
yeah, so I was on a show called Threads, and I had to be covered in like fake blood and all that stuff, and it was really fun. No one can never find it because Verizon killed that platform very quickly once it died. But I was on a show called Threads. I've auditioned for a lot of horror, but it just hasn't really happened. But I cannot watch horror. I love comedies too, but I love movies that really kind of tug at your emotional heartstrings.
So to add to that, Kylie, what kind of movie would you want to be a part of that you haven't done yet?
That I haven't done yet. I'd love to do a big budget studio feature. I also, for my mom, I would love to be in a Marvel movie. My mom is a big Marvel person. Usually when I'm walking into the house, she either has on a Marvel movie, James Bond. She loves the Daniel Craig era of James Bond. Or she'll have on something with what's his name? James McAvoy.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I
Wow.
actually was at a wedding where he was there, and he was very lovely. Yeah, I would, just for my mom, I'd love to be in a Marvel movie. You know, like
Sweet.
she loves Captain Marvel. She loves watching the Avengers. So just for that. And I actually I did audition for Wonder Man, the Disney Plus series.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't get it, but we were crossing fingers that maybe I'd book that, but I did not get that. But you know, maybe
That would be cool.
down the road I'll be able to do something with Marvel. That would be really fun.
That would be cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I love this. Oh, Julia is Gina
I
Morrissey.
love what you do to these kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun. Julia. I love Julia.
Isn't she in Euphoria?
No. You're thinking
She
of
looks
Maud
so much-
Apatow. She looks like Maud Apatow, but no, Julia
She
is a
does.
psychologist now. She's a psychologist
be
and a mom
twins.
now in Pennsylvania, but we still
Oh,
keep in touch. I'll have to DM her on IG. One of my favorite memories of pizza was that part where at the door where we were shooting, that's a completely different place than this scene. And one of my favorite memories is they ordered us quesadillas, and we were just hiding away from everybody eating quesadillas and like having girlhood bonding. It was one of my favorite, and it was on a lake in Pennsylvania. It was so cool. I love that moment. Nikki James, kindest person. She's good friends with a lot of my friends because she's big in the New York theater scene. So whenever I'm in New York, I always run into friends who know her. The other dude not named Jesse McCartney in this, that is Max Ghosh. He plays young Dade Murphy in Hackers.
Oh wow.
And
Oh.
Hackers is one of my favorite movies of all time. It was very transformational for me growing up because I always say Clueless was my bisexual awakening. Hackers was my gender awakening. And he plays young Dade Murphy.
Those are two awesome
and
movies. Yeah.
Clueless and Hackers. Those are my two.
Matthew Lillard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Matthew Lillard, who is a national treasure. National treasure.
I agree.
Thank you.
Matthew Lillard can do
agree.
no wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No. Have you seen Dish Dogs?
Yes. It's been so long, but yes, he was so good in that.
Thank you. Nobody seems to know that movie.
He's also good in SLC Punk too, and more people need to watch SLC Punk.
100%. Everyone needs to watch that. And
yes,
I love that.
I love the fact that Matthew's having resurgent lately too. So.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say this: screw Quentin Tarantino for what he said about Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, screw that.
Thank you. Because it's disgusting to talk about another artist like that. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And Paul Dano and Owen Wilson. He
said
bad things about them too.
Just terrible.
Awesome actors. There's no need to say that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I get if somebody is a real dick to somebody and you want to be like, no, that person's a nightmare, but
they're sweet.
That was unnecessary. Yes, Clueless and Hackers. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I can share this story. So one reason why we were all laughing at Jesse McCartney was that he was trying to be like this cool 16-year-old macho kind of guy. So he was, and a lot of people on set smoke. That's just cigarettes, especially in 2003, were a big thing. And he was trying to like show off and impress. So he actually asked Alexis if he could bum a cigarette. And Nikki, Julia, and I looked at him as he was like trying to light it and then try and smoke. And we were cackling, and he was so embarrassed because he thought that we would be so impressed by that. And we're like, he realized very quickly that he was not going to be he was not going to be the cool guy.
Band called Dream Street. He can
Yes, I remember that. So
he can sit down.
So obviously with this prank, we all know that it's definitely not Coke that they're snorting, that they are tricking Cara Ethyl here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we did all actually snort that powdered sugar.
You did?
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, we all did actually snort that powdered sugar. And I drank because it also dehydrates you. I mean, obviously, if you're going to snort anything in your nose, it's going to like mess with you. So I had just gotten over that cold. So I was drinking water because I was like, oh, I'm like so dry, whatever. It made a paste in my sinus canal, and I had the worst sinus infection for about 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So I had,
movie did some things to you.
Physically, this movie did break me. But
made you not like pizza anymore.
Yeah, I do eat pizza now. I just cannot have the real stuff anymore because I now also have a gluten allergy. Gluten, can't have gluten. Snorting powdered sugar ruined my sinuses for a month. I was sick, and
I always felt bad for Carol felt bad for Cara in this scene.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I was very bullied growing up when I was still going to regular school. So I didn't really have to do much acting in this scene. Because this was kind of
Why?
the
Who
stuff.
do I need to beat up?
Well, there's a reason why I don't talk to most people from Oklahoma that I grew up with anymore. But this was the kind of stuff that would happen to me. I went to a private school from second grade to my freshman year of high school in Tulsa. And it was rough. It was rough stuff. Because I was auditioning so much and then I started working, I ended up homeschooling and then testing out, which is why I was able to work. That's one reason why I was able to book this movie, was that I had tested out of high school already. So I took the high school equivalency exam. So, but yeah, this was not much acting in this scene.
You're not high, it couldn't be. It's the oldest joke in school.
It's okay. I feel better what happens to them when they eat the.
Oh yeah, we all listen. They get their revenge.
Yep.
They get their revenge, and also we had to give the boys the meat pizzas because all of the girls were vegetarians, and this is when Nikki and I were like, no, this is when, because the lore is that Cara Ethyl and April were great friends growing up. Like, they were next door neighbors. They were great friends. And then she became one of the popular girls, and she had always still felt bad that she ditched her childhood friend.
You can feel that.
Yeah, you can absolutely feel that. Nikki was such a great, like, everybody was so great in this scene, but Nikki and I definitely had like conversations like in between takes. I would say on this movie, besides obviously Ethan and I were very close because we had 90% of each scene with each other. Nikki, oh yes. These are all generated from a sound machine. These were all put in post, but yeah, it was real fun. I would say the people I was really close with on this were Julia Kay, who played Gina, Nikki James, who played April, and Michael Roman, who played Nick, which is so funny that they were all enemies. They were all mean to me, and yet I was like, these three were like the three that like became very close friends. And obviously, like, Judah and I kind of developed that friendship after the shoot. But I, like, if I run into anybody that we shot with, I always just am like, we shot this random movie together like 20 years ago, and we're just like, wait, yes, we did.
You need a pizza reunion.
I know. I would love to do that. I don't know. Here's the thing. A lot of the folks that are in this movie are no longer acting. So they just have moved on with their lives, done different things. And also they were, 1 or 2 day players. But yeah, thanks for joining, Davey. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Davey.
Yeah, thank you, Davey. This has been a blast. You're watching the movie and revisiting Kylie's experience on this movie. So.
I mean, I haven't watched this.
It's been amazing.
I haven't watched this, and I'm dead serious. I probably haven't watched this since before the pandemic. So it's it's kind of like tripping me back a little bit into memory lane.
And this is probably your very first like live stream that you watched it on too, correct?
For pizza, yeah. I've done other live streams where I've watched different projects I've been in, but for pizza, this is the first one, absolutely. So
that's awesome.
Yay.
So
yeah,
thank
you. Yet again, thank you for inviting me to do this. I'm very honored that you would want to do this for your birthday and like have me. Like, I'm very honored.
Of course, and I'm honored that you're here.
Well, this has been so lovely.
It's been a blast. Oh, he's wearing glasses.
Yeah, because and those are his real glasses too. Ethan has terrible eyesight. I actually saw the thickness of his glasses. He was like, yeah, no, I have horrible eyesight. So he normally wears contacts, but those are his real glasses too.
Huh.
So I was going to say this while we were talking a little bit earlier. When you saw that extreme close up on Nick telling Matt to like clean and everything, and you see the graininess, that is how the DV100 cameras would look on that, because they wanted it to have that kind of film aesthetic. And you can really tell in places where like there's fluorescent lighting, and also when like the lighting is very dark and you can see the graininess, which I think makes this movie not only feel a little dated, but also it makes it feel timeless because you feel like you're watching it on film, if that
Right.
makes sense. So this was another scene that I told my mom not to be here for. I also was having a really so I Think You Should Leave is actually on Netflix. It's Tim Robinson's show. I will be on an HBO show in April. I will be on The
Ooh.
Comeback this
Ooh.
season. So I will be on Lisa Kudrow's The Comeback, but it is I Think
Oh,
You
I
Should
wow.
love
Leave.
Lisa Kudrow. I love her.
I can't say anything about it, but I will say Lisa Kudrow is lovely. She's so nice. I can't say anything about it until it premieres, but I will be on The Comeback this season. But I Think You Should Leave is on Netflix. I'm in the 3rd season and the 2nd episode. I set up a season-long bit that I didn't realize when I booked. I love the hairbrushing. But yeah, I didn't realize when I worked I Think You Should Leave that scene would be a season-long bit that I would be setting up. The woman on the phone with Matt right now is our location manager. Mark really liked her voice, and instead of hiring another actor, just said, "Can you just do this role?" And so she filmed it around the corner, and then had her on the phone, which was really cool.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, this was my first project, so I wasn't as like, I feel like in some of my more emotional scenes, I feel like I could have gone a little bit further. I felt like I just couldn't really tap into a lot of like the sadness, but I feel like it still kind of comes through a little bit. In retrospect, I kind of wish I had had a couple more takes on like, you know, when I was crying with my mom, like crying with Julie.
No, I think it did come through though.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
What happened to the character's eyes that she has that over her eyes?
So she was frying donuts and the oil splattered into her eyes.
Oh, okay.
Sunday
But
school.
she's, yeah, at Sunday school. Yes, at Sunday school.
Oh, okay.
I was explaining that to one of my coworkers, and they were busting out laughing because they're like,
Yeah.
she went blind because grease splashed in her face. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the donuts. The donuts got her.
The donuts got
Got her
her.
eyes.
The Sunday school donuts got her.
Oh, that's funny.
I loved this last scene with you guys.
Yeah.
The dialogue's really good too.
The what?
The dialogue is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Mark did. Honestly, this script was so good. It's so good. A little ahead of its time. I think it would. I think a decade later, if this movie was made a decade later, it would play a lot better. I think because at the time, movies like this were kind of not of the norm, which is why Gary wanted to create a production company that would make movies like this, which is why, you know, he made Tadpole, which was such a great movie, and then, you know, produced Piece of April and everything. So, oh yes, here we go.
Yeah,
This
shouldn't
is
have done that. Should not have done that.
This is my first kiss ever.
Wait. Ethan Embry was your first kiss?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ethan Embry was my first kiss, and I'll talk a little bit. There was also supposed to be another kiss that got edited out.
Another one?
And I'll tell you in a sec when you'll be able to tell the difference between my hair. See how my hair is straight here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watch in a few minutes.
What do you mean?
This scene was part of my reel for a long time. My acting reel, like that would get me auditions and work and stuff. This scene was part of my reel for a very long time.
Breaks my heart that Cara says I love you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he knows that he screwed up. He knows.
He knows he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I can curse. Sorry, I didn't realize if I could curse.
No, it's all
No,
good.
no, this
It's
is
all
a
good.
free zone. You say
Okay,
whatever
good. I've been like,
Carrie,
whenever
Nope.
I do things like this, I always get in like PG brain just to like make sure I'm cool. And then like,
Nope.
listen,
I want you to feel
fuck
free
is my
here.
favorite word. Fuck is my favorite word of all time. So sometimes it'll just come out, and I'm like,
well, I agree with you. He did fuck up. So
he did fuck up. He absolutely did
He
fuck
did
up. I'm
fuck
not
up.
even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He fucked up.
I loved that line when you say some acknowledgement that you're not okay.
So watch my hair here in a minute. See how it's straight like this?
And then it's
Yeah.
See how my hair's all messed up now?
yeah.
So, fun fact, the table scene kiss is actually my second official kiss. The first official kiss, Matt was supposed to kiss me, and we make out right there because that was his acknowledgement that he was not okay. And Mark kept it in for so long, and he realized towards the end it was more impactful for Matt to leave instead of doing that. So everybody was like, what is up with
there did not need to be another kiss.
Yeah, but that was actually, that makeout scene was my first real kiss in front of 80 people, including the neighbors around there. Everybody came and watched.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we always say that my first kiss is the table scene kiss because it really was. It was the same day. But then I also love the defiance of Cara Ethyl taking the brush as her trip into womanhood. But so you'll see the change in Cara Ethyl's face and also Matt here. Mark actually rented a 35 millimeter camera to change from DV100 to 35 millimeter to signify both of their paths going different ways. That Cara Ethyl's going off to college and being, growing up. And then Matt is also kind of realizing, and see, this is where 35 millimeter is right here, where I'm looking up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, which I thought was really cool that was but no, there was supposed to be a second kiss. And
that's mind blowing because
in retrospect, I agree with that decision, but there were a lot of things that got edited out of this movie that I think it would have made it a different movie. I'll say that. It would have made it a different movie. But yeah, so that was Pizza. And actually, a fun fact, if we don't watch the credits, towards the end of the credits, there is a song by Shelby Kisling, I believe is her last name. And it's called How Good It Can Be. It's very sweet. That is Mark's niece, because she was doing music at the time. I've fallen out of touch with her, but we were Facebook friends like right after we filmed this. But Mark asked if she wanted one of her songs to be in his movie, and she absolutely obliged. And Susie Ferris, who also cast Elf and Wet Hot American Summer, and she is now out here, and she has me audition for stuff all the time, so I get to say hi to her. So
sweet. I love Elf.
Jessica Dunphy, that was the girl who was Joey Kern's ditzy girl the first time, and then Deidre Palela, she was fantastic. The Pizza House waitress, when the hairball, that was Mark's best friend from high school, who Cara Ethyl is named after. So,
and I also heard that he drank tequila, and
it's a little bit of both. It's a better story about the name Cara Ethyl popping out of a bottle of tequila, but he said it was also in honor of my best friend from high school that they were the misfits. So but yeah, so all of these people were lovely. Oh, Joe DiMaggio, who did it says special photography, he, as a gift to my mom, a wrap gift to my mom, got one of his prints of me framed for Like there's a look. I'm looking at Ethan in the truck, and he got that print framed for my mom as a wrap gift, and it is in her house in Oklahoma. So
Aw, that's so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Like I said, everybody was so kind and lovely to my mom because they knew that this was my first movie and she had to be on set. So they were so great. Yeah, David Cope, For You For Me, the song that Ethan does on the guitar. That was Mark's friend that he asked to write that song. So, and then Jesse, you hear Beautiful Soul in the party, like the
Yeah,
basement
you
party.
do.
He gave that to movie for free. He gave that to the movie for free, and that was right before it became a hit. So like we got in right before.
Mhm.
So
Damn Skippy.
yeah. So but this song is by that's playing right now, Shelby Kisling. This is Mark's niece, and he asked her if she wanted a song in his movie. So trying to think of anything else. You'll see my mom's name in here. I think it's like in the, I think it might be in this. I'll see it. Patty Sparks. If you see Patty Sparks, you now know the lore that she was also she was my body double in that. So
Oh, I'm putting her in the description. I'm gonna be like, ode to Patty Sparks as well.
yes. Yeah. So you see Patty Sparks right there on the thanks. And yeah, the other great thing is that several companies gave us free products, so that way we wouldn't have to like spend money on like hair and makeup and stuff. So like Tony and Tina Cosmetics, Bumble and Bumble, Rimmel London, like they give us a lot of stuff. So,
Oh,
but
cool.
yeah, that's the movie.
How did it feel going down memory lane?
You know, I'm very reluctant on watching stuff that I'm in, but every so often I'll kind of get a bug up my ass to go, I need to watch that again and just see. And I hadn't watched this in so long, and it was very fascinating how I would remember things, but it was lovely. I can't complain. So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was a blast
Of
meeting you,
course.
Kylie.
Yeah, this was a blast.
I enjoyed pizza. I thought the performances were great. I thought the story was amazing. Mark directed it awesomely. The camera, they shot it well. You did an awesome job as your performers, and it was a blast watching it and having you join us and be with us today. It was awesome. So.
Thank you. I really appreciate being here. And all of my friends, you know, I've been acting now. I started auditioning when I was 13, but I didn't book anything until I was 16 because when I first started auditioning, there was an actor strike, a commercial strike, and then 9/11 happened. So a lot of things were not happening. And I got very close on a lot of different jobs. I had actually booked a job and I couldn't do it because I was in another life. I was an exchange student in France, and so I had booked a job and I couldn't do it because I was in Amiens. And this being my first job, I realized how much I hit the jackpot. I won the lottery with this because most of my friends, their first jobs, you know, were 1 or 2 lines on an episode of TV or, you know, like an indie web series or whatever. And mine is a movie that people still love and enjoy 20 years later, which is so beyond wild to me. It is so mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing people even know about this movie to me, let alone love it so much. So I just
I hope
Carey,
this brings it out more. I hope that people see this and they're like, well, now I have to watch this movie.
Yeah,
you know, if it gets a renaissance, I wouldn't mind it. I would love it, and you know, be able to do, you know, share the lore of it. And so once again, thank you so much for inviting me, Carey. This was so lovely and great, and I was just
thank you for being a part of my birthday.
Of course, and happy birthday yet again.
Yeah, happy birthday, Carey.
Thank you so much.
Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of everybody's day, because I got to get back on that actor grind because I've got to go film an audition later. So
yeah, you don't want to take up any more of your time because.
But no, thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah.
We would love to have you
Of
back
course.
on soon.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime y'all want to have me, we'll try and make it work. And you know, my
'Cause
schedule's a mess, but
Because I also got a channel too, so me and Carey could also bring you onto mine as well.
oh,
That might be a good
fantastic. Yeah,
familiar.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, and if y'all want to follow me everywhere, I'm on Instagram at Kylie Sparks.
And I can put your links in the description as well.
Yes, if you just want to put instagram.com/Kylie Sparks, and then I usually will link from there. You know, places like my letterbox. I do have a letterbox. My username is Scooby Sparkles because my dog's name is Scarlet, so I call her
I
Scooby.
love that.
And yeah, and tomorrow is my dog's birthday too, so you know we got our
Happy birthday,
Pisces
Scarlet.
Aries. Yes,
Mhm.
let me show a photo of my little nightmare. This is her. That's
Aw.
Scarlet. She's a little
Adorable.
terror, but she's my nightmare. I love her. But yeah, I'm Scooby Sparkles on Letterboxd, and sometimes I do real commentary on movies that I've seen, and other times I just do, like for example, I just watched Plainclothes on Mubi, and my review was 5 stars. We got gay Fleabag before GTA 6. So that's the kind of stuff that I will put on, but also like other things I watched Moon. I rewatched Moon last night, and I was like, how many Sam Rockwells can we put into one movie? I think we could put in more Sam Rockwells in one movie. Because if you've seen that movie, there's a lot of, you can never have too many. But then I also do like actual reviews, especially since I watch so many movies for awards. Thank you. I will let my pup know. She'll be 13 tomorrow. I've had her since she was a puppy.
13.
Yeah, I've had her since she was 8 weeks old. My dad got her for me because a friend of his had puppies that were up for adoption. So she's my little nightmare. But yeah, it was. You know, I'm just around, and this season on the comeback, the final season on the comeback, I'll pop in and you'll just watch every week and you'll see me. So I can't
Hell
say
yeah.
when and where I am, but I'll be on the comeback. I'm also on I Think You Should Leave, which is on Netflix. Desperate Housewives, ER, Greek. I've done a lot of stuff. I've been working for 23 years. So
Yeah, you
Wow.
have. You've been killing it. So.
Agreed.
So, well, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's days, and I will see you all soon, I'm sure, on the interwebs.
Yeah,
Of
you have a
course,
good day.
and thank you
Rest of
all
the day,
for
Kylie.
being on this stream. I'm gonna end it right here, guys. So have a great day, guys.
Have a good day,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks for watching, everybody.